Alright, so I personally decided to narrate my video as it's happening and walk you through all the footage you're seeing so that we can consume it together. Alright? Sound good? Let's start. This is my HEENT OSCE, and I have elicited the help of my friend here to be my guinea pig. And I have read the instructions to him. Now, to prove that I have
read and understood the purpose of this video and have signed the informed consent.
Now let's get started. Hello, Mr. Alforte.
Morning.
Please, come and have a seat. As with any good patient interaction, it's always best to start by asking pertinent questions that will help you formulate a diagnosis and help you in your assessment. Okay, Mr. Matteo Alforte.
Yep.
Okay, I understand you're here for your routine checkup?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Now, how you been?
Normal. Healthy, I guess.
Alright. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Haven't experienced any headaches these previous days?
Not really.
Feeling tired?
From the gym, yeah.
From the gym, working out, I see.
Yeah.
Any difficulty with walking?
Not really.
No? Okay, that's good. So you don't experience any surges in your vision, you know, blurry visions or stuff like that?
Yep.
Nothing good. Your eyesight's good?
Yeah.
Your glasses, are they up to date?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Now, do you have any food allergies?
Shrimp.
Allergic to shrimp?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Do you smoke?
No.
No. Drink alcohol?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Alright. So do you shampoo your hair every day?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I work out.
Alright. Take a shower every day too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So have you noticed any moles in your face that may be growing in size? Nothing? So, are you the type of guy who's always exposed to sunlight a lot?
No, I stay at home.
Stay at home, right? So not much sun exposure. That's good. Now, to add to that, for an HEENT assessment, it's also good to ask your patient if he experiences any tinnitus. Now here, I'm going to begin with inspection. I'm visually going to inspect the scalp, moving hair as necessary, as I look for lesions, trauma, parasites, etc. Here, I'm palpating the scalp as well as feeling for lesions and tenderness. Now, after the scalp, I'm going to start assessing his eyes. This is a Snellen's chart. It's used to assess visual acuity. Alright, son, with both eyes open, why don't you read line 7 from me?
FELOECD.
Now, why don't you cover your right eye? Normally, it should stand 20 feet away from the patient. But in this case, we scaled it down using mathematics so that in a span of 8 feet, it's going to be the scale and look like it is 20 feet away. Here, I'm assessing the 6 cardinal fields of gaze. He has to follow around my pen going in an asterisk motion. He has to do it with both eyes open, left eye closed, and right eye closed. So here, I'm assessing his peripheral vision. I'm going to have him cover one eye, and then I'm going to cover the eye parallel to the one that he has covered. And then I'm going to have him fixate on my open eye, while I move an object from outward towards the midline, and then I'm going to have him tell me when he starts to see the object, in this case, my pen. Here, I'm assessing the sclerae for jaundice and the conjunctivae for anemia. So here, I'm assessing his pupillary reaction to light. And ordinarily, you're going to want to dim down the lights for this, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave all the lights on. Now, after the eyes, we're gonna move on to the ears. As usual, I'm kicking things off with inspection. I'm inspecting the pinna. I'm checking for skin changes that may represent skin cancer or nodules that may indicate gout. I'm also going to inspect the external auditory canal. We're going to look for redness, swelling, or large amounts of cerumen that may need to be removed before introducing an otoscope. So here we can see the auditory canal, no cerumen, some hairs, pinkish gray color tympanic membrane. That's good. It's not perforated. Some patients have perforated tympanic membranes. It just looks like a hole. Here we can see the handle of the malleus, the light reflex in the anterior inferior quadrant, and the pars tensa. Superiorly, we can see the pars flaccida. So anyway, I don't see anything remarkable in his eardrum, tympanic membrane rather, which is good. Here I'm testing hearing acuity. I had him cover his ear and then introduce a sound, and then he has to tell me if he hears it.
Yeah. Other ear. Alright.
I'm gonna perform a Weber test by putting the tuning fork on the apex of his skull. Normally, he should be able to hear the sound in both ears equally. If he hears the sound louder on one ear than on the other, then that indicates a problem.
Tell me if you hear this.
Yep.
Is it louder on either ear compared to the other, or is it the same on both ears?
It's the same.
Okay, good.
So here I'm going to do a Rinne test. Normally, air conduction should be better than bone conduction. The patient should be able to hear the sound of the tuning fork adjacent to their ear persist for approximately twice as long as the sound they heard over the mastoid process.
Now, can you hear this?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, how about this?
Yep.
Good. That's good, ladies and gentlemen.
So here I'm just going to visually inspect the nose, check the nostrils for flaring, any inflammation. Anyway, he's going to tell me if it's painful. Then I'm going to go over and palpate his frontal sinuses and his maxillary sinuses, checking for tenderness, of course. So here I'm just going to inspect his lips and gingivae. I'm checking for cyanosis or some discolorations. He's not a smoker, so I don't expect the gingivae to be darkly colored. I just expect everything to be normal and pink.
I'm just gonna inspect your gingiva. You look better without the light. Is the light making it bad for the camera? Okay, say ah.
So here I had him open his mouth and saying ah. I'm inspecting the soft and hard palates.
Face the camera.
I'm looking at his uvula, seeing if it rises symmetrically when he says ah.
Yeah, there we go.
Moving on to the neck, I'm just gonna inspect his neck, looking for anything out of the ordinary, as usual, typical skin assessment. Then I'm gonna proceed to assessing his thyroid. I'm gonna palpate the isthmus. I'm just basically looking for anything remarkable, which in this case I didn't find anything. And that concludes my OSCE video for HEENT.